Hi everybody. Sorry I'm a little later than usual. Okay. Mine was good today. It had a lot of stories, so I'm gonna try to cover as many as I can. Um, the A storyline for today was, I would say, Nate and Victoria and the fallout of it. Um, and then the B storyline would be the Tucker and Ashley, and then the other one. I would say it was a subplot of the Tariah baby, which they finally gave a name. I'll explain that later. Okay, but I'm gonna go in order here. All right. So, all right. Storyline A: Nate and Victoria and the fallout. Fallout is, well, for Victoria, it was obvious with Nate saying, what are you doing here, kind of thing, and you need to brush your hair. That was on Friday, I think it was, because Tuesday, Tuesday yesterday, it was an okay day, but I'd say that now they're waiting for their storylines and they get the good ones on Wednesday. All right. So the fallout for Nate is kind of odd, weird. Okay. Um, because I don't know. I've said it before, and I'll say it again until they change it or until they do something. But I do not like the way they've written the character Elena for Brittany Sharpie. I don't like it, and it's not her acting. I don't think it's her acting because I loved Elena before. I still I don't know. Um, I kind of root for her as the underdog at this point, but I don't like the way they've written her. They just write her like a doormat. I don't like it. Because even today she kind of questioned Nate, but her question was, well, I don't like the dynamic between you and Victoria. So of course he's like trying to CYA. Um, and say, well, you're right. You deserve to be treated better, and I haven't been doing a good job, but I promise it'll be better in the future. And she was just like, okay. Okay. So then I'm going in sequential order here. All right. That happened. They were in the park or somewhere, like it was an outdoor shot. Okay. And then she comes in the cafe, the thing, Crimson Lights, and says to Sharon she wants a wit latte. So then Sharon, trying to be conversational, how are things going between you and Nate? And how are things going and everything? She's like, it's good. But then her body language was all bad. So like Sharon kind of knew it was like not good, but she didn't want to press it. So then, okay, Elena gets her coffee, her latte, leaves. Okay, just so happens to run into Zolika Silver, Audra. Okay, um, and Audra again is being the bad girl, whatever. And I don't know. At some point, it's comical, but at some point, it's like you just want to like not. Okay, I'm not. I'm not a violent person. I have to say this, but sometimes I just want to slap Elena and go, "Hello, wake up, honey. Your boyfriend is cheating on you, and he's doing everything to grovel." And then Audra is pulling this stuff in your head about how whatever's going on, and everything is to her benefit and not to yours. Wake up, sweetheart. All right. And then, okay, so the B storyline is Tucker and Ashley. Okay, now I have to say, I have to preface this with, this was my favorite scene of the day, probably of the week, unless something happens tomorrow or Friday. But Tucker Trevor St. John. Oh my god. Now we know what Tucker looks like when he goes off. Because Ashley is like playing with him, kind of like, because she's not changing her stance no matter what he does. Okay? That's A. But then B, like, she knows that he likes her and wants it to be different, right? So then she is kind of playing with him because if she knows that, then she's using his feelings to her advantage. Okay? Alright. So then Tucker finally gets wise, although he's pretty wise, and says, okay, you don't like me, and you will never like me, and you've been playing me this whole time. And he just goes off. Like, I have never seen him go off before. Maybe one time as the old Tucker, maybe once. But I have never seen him go off. So I was like, oh my god. I didn't think he had it in him, honestly. So then I don't know. There's one part of the storyline I don't like. Well, I mean, it's not a small part of the storyline, but it's just the way it turned. Because, okay, he wasn't getting what he wanted, okay? So, like a little boy, he, like, goes with his tail between his legs and says, I'm gonna leave. Then he actually makes good on it looks like he's gonna make good on the promise because he makes a deal with Victor. So Victor buys McCall Unlimited, right? Okay, but here's the small thing, and here's the pivotal point. Okay, he's like, I don't care. This is Tucker talking. Okay, I don't care how much you give me. I just want to move out of this stupid town, and and then Victor takes it to his advantage and says, "Oh, so if I pay you more, you'll leave permanently." And then Tucker Trevor says, "Well, yeah. At this point, as long as it's reasonable, make me an offer, and I'll sign and draft up the papers today." So I think he's really leaving town. Although I don't know. I kind of I always liked the character of Tucker. I did, but and I do, but I don't want to see him leave. I don't, because I think that YNR and the whole storyline, they need that spice. Unless they're gonna make somebody else like spicy, because okay, they've gotten rid of Phyllis for all intents purposes. And until that thing blows up, and they've gotten rid of they're gonna get rid of Tucker, so then Audra doesn't have anybody to play off of. I don't know what they're doing here. Um, yeah, okay, and then subplot. Okay, Taraya baby. Once again, they don't show pictures of the baby, but that's fine because at least we've seen the baby, and they gave him the name of Arya. Like a musical thing, Arya. So that's cool. Um, yeah. So anyway, but then again, don't get me started with the different representation of a baby of a heterosexual couple versus a homosexual couple. Don't get me started. I could do a whole nother video just on that. But anyway, um, so I don't know if I had great grade today. I'd say a B because at least they moved storylines and they gave you some new flesh a little bit. Mm. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.